Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about your life purpose and figuring out what your life purpose is. So as always, I've prepared 3 different piles. So this is going to be pile number 1, pile number 2 in the middle, and this one is going to be pile number 3. So basically this is gonna tell us, your kind of career or like things that you need to sort out from like your past life, and just kind of like things that you need to do, basically your life purpose in this particular lifetime. So I hope this video is going to be helpful. Yeah, take a moment to kind of figure out which pile is for you. So this is once again pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. And this is really important, to kind of select the right one for you. So make sure that you're not just, choosing, like really listen to your intuition. And also a lot of different, people are going to watch this video, and I only have like 3 piles. So obviously the 3 piles are not gonna fit everybody as well. So kind of like there'll be mixed messages, if you are drawn to some pile, not the whole pile will be, kind of for you. There'll be some kind of messages that will hopefully resonate with you. So like take what resonates and kind of leave what doesn't, because that other thing that doesn't resonate with you might resonate with someone else. So yeah, when you're ready, I'm going to go and start with pile number 1. So if you've selected pile number 1, let's have a look at the cards that you guys chose, or that are in this particular pile for you. Okay, so I'll start with the life purpose cards and kind of explain what I'm getting. So you have the writing card, you have let go, you have protected, and you have flowers. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of explain what I'm getting. So immediately, this is some kind of like gentle energy. So we've got like, flowers, writing, let go, protected. So there's a lot of, you need to, in this particular lifetime, or like your life purpose is to make sure that you're feeling safe. Okay, maybe in like your past life, you've had issues when, you just weren't safe, people have hurt you. And so, I feel like in this lifetime, whatever kind of career or whatever you choose to do with your life, you need to make sure that you feel protected and safe, that it doesn't like cause you any kind of harm, and you feel safe, and I feel like you're gonna be drawn to careers that are kind of more like gentle. We have like the writing and flowers, so something in nature, working with like gentle energies. I feel like you guys are not very people oriented, you know what I mean? You prefer to work alone than with other people. I just feel this energy where you're more drawn to like working for yourself, working from home, doing gentle things, like not really communicating in like a fast-paced retail, for example. You know what I mean? Like if you are, for example, working now in retail, you're probably hating it because it's just too fast, and a lot of even like fast food and things like that, like there's just too many people and it's just too fast, and I feel like that's not who you are. Like you're maybe immediately going to be kind of hating that kind of thing, because you're very gentle and emotional person. I feel a lot of water energy in this spread, so very emotions are very strong for you guys. And we have the let go and writing. So letting go, you need to let go of everything that has kind of hurt you in this lifetime as well. All the things that have been dragging you down, you need to make sure that you let those go. Okay, you have learned the lessons, and if you haven't, those lessons are gonna come and come into your life again if you need them. But you know what I mean, like don't hold on to baggage. You need to let it go. So I just feel like you're carrying too much on your shoulders, and you're stressing too much, you're very anxious. And we've got the writing as well. So you have a story that you need to tell. There's something, whether this could be like a true kind of like autobiography about yourself, your life, maybe interviewing someone about a particular event they went through, or you know, this could even be like fiction or anything like that. I just feel like you're very creative in your mind. And you know, as I said, I kind of do see you kind of working behind a computer at home, or like writing, or like, you know, even like writing, like, you know, outside in the park, writing this book, or like, you know, a career that's very gentle and soft, where you don't have to, you know, meet these deadlines straight away and talk to all these people and always pick up the phone. I just don't feel like that's you guys. Okay, it's more kind of gentle energy. And then I'll go on to the tarot. So you have Mother of Swords. You've got Six of Pentacles. So Mother of Swords, which is Queen of Swords. Six of Pentacles and Five of Swords. Okay, so with the Five of Swords, I feel like you're fighting yourself a lot, or like fighting other people as well. You know, you kind of, there's a lot of kind of conflict, so you need to, I feel, accept that, you know, you and other people are going to have different values, different ideas about life, about what is a good life, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be contrasting with other people, and like, that's completely okay. So remember that it's okay. You know, and I also feel like a lot of self-sabotage and things like that, so you need to let that go, because it's not part of your life purpose. You need to love yourself, accept yourself, and just, you know, allow things to be. And you do have a lot of air energy as well, so you've got the two swords cards, so it's all about, you know, air is very fast, things are just going very fast. So I feel group number one, like, you need to slow down and like relax a little bit more, because just, you know, fast things are not good for you, and then you get like under pressure and get stressed out, and then that's when things go wrong. So I feel like you need to take it easy, okay, and like take really slow steps to get somewhere in life, not kind of like rush anywhere. And then you have the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like, you know, there's a lot of growth that you need to explore. You know, there's still so much that you can learn about yourself and about the world, you know, no matter what age you are. If you're, you know, I don't know, still in high school, or if you're like in your 50s and 60s, or it doesn't matter. You know, there is so much that you can still learn, and I feel like you're drawn to like learning more and exploring more, and, you know, basically growing as a person, like seeing different ideas. You know, your mind is very sharp. You know, even if it's got the Queen of Swords, Mother of Swords, you know, the owl is a very, you know, it's about wisdom. And, you know, here we see the owl sitting on the sword. You know, she's not fighting in the battle, she's kind of sitting and observing, and like when she's ready, you know, she's gonna go out and spread the wisdom. That's kind of what I feel you guys need to do. You need to slow down, definitely. You know, and career wise, as I said, you know, something like where you're working for yourself, like you can't handle having a boss, I feel. But you know, somewhere where there's not many people, not many colleagues, like I don't see you working for a big company. I just don't feel like that's you. And then you have the Love card and Choice. So, you know, part of your life purpose, you know, it is to kind of, I feel like, love yourself, you know, and that's the message that I even felt from the Five of Swords. You know, you need to love yourself and accept yourself, because, you know, maybe for several lifetimes now you've struggled to actually love yourself. You know, and those burdens do go from one lifetime to another if you haven't resolved them. So, you know, I feel like this is a big focus for you guys, to learn to love yourself, learn to say no to other people, just take time out. And I feel like you need a lot of time alone. Like, it actually energizes you, you know what I mean? Like, you need to be alone. That's what I'm feeling. But yeah, love yourself, and also like allowing other people to love you. I feel like you put barriers out, and you're like, no, I can't have you near me because you're going to end up hurting me, so you block them straight away, you know. But I feel like you need to like allow people to come in, and, you know, learn to trust them over time, like baby steps. Don't like, you know, let them in and like, you know, just be with them all the time. As I said, you need a lot of alone time, but like slowly like let people in, and those like who truly care will understand when you need alone time. But I feel like, you know, you need to let other people, you know, you need to allow them to love you and help you out when you need to, because you can be a little bit stubborn sometimes, and maybe like you don't want to, you know, accept or like let people know that, you know, you have some insecurities that you're working through. And then you have the choice card. Okay, so as everybody has a choice in life, and I feel like you are forgetting that you have choices. Okay, you might be feeling really stuck and like you can't have a say in anything in your life. So this came through saying that you have options, you have choices. You can decide what you want to do with your life. Like, it is up to you. You know what I mean? Like, you are in control, you are in the driver's seat. There's no one kind of like gonna be making decisions for you. And if they are making decisions for you, you need to like let those people go and don't listen to them, because this is your life and you need to spend it loving yourself and making the right choices for you. And no one else knows what's right for you, only you know that. So you need to communicate that with other people and with yourself. It's like, well, today I need a day off from everything, so you put things on hold. You know what I mean? Like, today I need to go and get all those jobs done. Like you know when you're ready to do things and when you're not. So don't let other people say, today you need to do this, today you need to do that. Like, you know what you need to do and at what pace you need to be going. Then you've got seeing the true you. Okay, so you need to see yourself exactly for who you are and be true to yourself. So don't put on a mask, don't pretend to be someone that you're not, because that's not gonna get you anywhere in life. Okay, so open up those emotions. Okay, if emotions are bottling up, like, allow them to come and to flow out. You need to like let them out, and you need to see yourself exactly for who you are. So don't hate yourself for certain things, your personality, your inability to make decisions maybe, or your like appearance or things like that. Like, you just need to love yourself exactly how you are. Okay, so don't try to change anything. And your life purpose, as I said, this has been coming through. It's kind of to like relax, slow down, and love yourself and heal yourself. There's a lot of healing as well. The next card we have is relax and hold off darkness and be at course. Okay, I'll show you the card so you can see it as well. So you need to relax, as I said, and slow down. And when darkness does kind of surround you, you need to, I feel like for a little bit, you need to like stop being afraid of the darkness. So if it does come, just let it be there for a little bit. Like, don't try to immediately fight it off, because that's gonna drain you as well. So I feel like you need to allow it and like work with what you've got. If you have some issues that you're battling, it is kind of your emotions are very heightened, maybe more than other people's. So try to like accept that about yourself and like learn to work with what you've got, and like work at your own pace, as I keep saying. And then you've got the world wants to be written. Okay, so the world wants to be written, and we had the writing card as well. Okay, so there is definitely something that you need to write. Okay, tell a story, something that you need to write out. And now as I've been saying this, I even got like something I don't know, I feel like it's just popping up now, so this may not resonate with everyone, but for some of you who chose this group, I feel you've experienced something or been part of something in your past, and you haven't like told anyone about it, like you haven't resolved it. You know what I mean? I even like almost see like writing like I don't know, I'm kind of like almost shown like writing a police report, or like writing a letter to someone to let them know about something that they didn't know about, that was maybe about them, things like that. Like, I feel like you need to like write something out, and like it is your job to kind of like make sure that justice is kind of like served. You know what I mean? Like, not so much justice being served, I mean, yes, in a way, but I also feel like you need to tell the other person, or you need to tell the truth, no matter how much it may hurt. Like, the truth needs to come out. So if you know something that you haven't kind of dealt with yet, this is just coming up right now as I'm saying this, that you need to like write it out and let it out and kind of like deal with it, like put it out there. You know what I mean? That's what I'm feeling. And then we've got meditation and soul healing. So, meditation, I've been talking about this a little bit. You need to slow down and relax and like do things at your own pace. And, meditation, like connecting to your higher self, to your guides, and, up with the universe, with God, with your angels, with archangels. If you feel lost and don't know where to go in like life, they are always there guiding you. So don't forget that they are always there and they are trying to help you and they are there for your highest good. So they're not gonna like hurt you or put you in a situation that you can't handle. So do talk to them. And then we've got soul healing. So there's definitely a lot of healing that needs to be done for you, group number 1. So your life purpose, I feel, it's definitely to like heal something and like, as I said, kind of let whatever out. And like you need to make sure that you feel safe and secure and like writing something and like being around flowers and gentle energy and not kind of avoiding conflict, avoiding arguments, and maybe agreeing to disagree with other people if you have different ideas, and just growing as a person, always growing as a person. All right, group number 1, so that was your reading, and I'm gonna go and move on to group number 2 now. So I hope this resonated, and I'll see you next time. Okay, for those of you who chose pile number 2, this is your reading, and let's have a look at what we have for you. What is your life purpose? What you need to know? What job you should be doing? Things like that. Let me just move these along. Okay, so group number 2. First of all, I'm gonna start off like with the other group, with these cards, the life purpose cards. So first of all, we have the study card. Then we have light and love. We then have leadership, and we have justice. Okay, group number 2. So immediately straight away out of those cards, studying, I'm seeing you have so much potential to do more with your life. Okay, if wherever you are right now, there's always room for growth. You can always like go higher, dream bigger, think deeper. I feel like you have a lot of potential to like take you to the next level. So wherever you are right now, I feel like you need to continue to build on those skills to actually go to the next level, if that makes sense. So don't settle for anything. I feel like your life purpose is to like strive and like really get out there, because you have so much potential, but you don't even maybe like know that you have all this potential. So I feel like you really need to dream big, and just like do things that like other people wouldn't have the guts to do. I feel like you have it in you to get out there and accomplish that. So that's kind of what I'm feeling with the study, like getting out there. And I feel like studying like something like really kind of difficult, or like what someone would say, oh, that's like really hard to study. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like getting medicine, law, and things like that are kind of complex things that require a lot of thinking and like a long period of studying. Like not something quick, but something like we go really in depth. That's what I'm feeling. And then you have the light and the love card. Okay, so light and love, I feel like you need to always make sure that you're looking after yourself and protecting your heart, and always like no matter who you're dealing with, and I feel like you're dealing with people all the time. So no matter like what kind of energies you meet in your work or wherever you kind of meet people, I feel like the need to tell you that you need to kind of like guard yourself and protect yourself, because a lot of people can kind of like drain your energy and kind of attack you in a way, like energy wise. So I feel like you always need to make sure that you're looking out for yourself, not always for other people. And I'm even getting like counseling as I'm saying this. Maybe you're someone that's dealing with like a lot of complex issues that are other people's issues, but like you're trying to help them, but maybe in the process you're kind of like losing yourself. You know what I mean? So like make sure that you are okay first before you can help someone else. And then you've got the leadership card, as I explained earlier. So like you're someone that that can work kind of on their own, that can lead other people. Like, you're not a follower, you're a leader. Okay, so you have a lot of like people skills and like a lot of wisdom. You're very wise, but you know what needs to be done and how you need to do it. And I almost feel like you're doing things in a way that are not very traditional. Like, you're doing things like in your own little way, like you have your little twist on it, that no one else kind of has. So people are immediately drawn to come to you instead of like other people, you know, because you kind of work differently than other people. And so, you know, in this life purpose reading, you know, I feel like this is really positive. So don't try to change that. Don't try to be like everyone else. Keep doing your own thing. And then we've got the Justice. And, you know, and I did say, you know, I feel kind of like medicine, law kind of thing, counseling, you know, and you've got the Justice card. So, you know, you need to make sure that, you know, also like for yourself and for other people, that, you know, you're being heard, they are being heard, and you're kind of like looking at both sides. I feel like you need to be very good at, or you are very good at, like seeing two sides of every story. Like, you kind of go really deeply in like your thought process. Like, you don't just immediately, you know, say, oh, this or that. You kind of like, you work very hard, you know what I mean? And I almost feel like you worry that other people get things straight away, and for you it takes a long time to get somewhere. Like, you have to work extra hard, you know. Like, for example, when you're not at work, you have to like kind of work at home to kind of catch up and get where other people are. You know, things don't come to you very easily, but you're very dedicated and you get there because you're very smart, and you kind of like, as I said, have your own little twist on things. So, you know, and also, yeah, I'm gonna stay you know, with the Justice card, before I kind of rumble on what I'm getting. So, you know, I do feel that, you know, you need to weigh things and like make sure that people are being heard. That's kind of like what I'm getting from this card. Like, kind of also encouraging people to tell you things that they might be scared to tell you, or like they don't want to tell you because they're worried about the consequences. That's something that's coming up as well. So you need to like let them know that, you know, it's okay to tell me this, but if you, for example, tell me this, I have to do this. You know what I mean? Like, let them know, like, you know what I mean? Okay, that's what's kind of coming through. Okay, let's look at your tarot cards. So you have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So immediately, wow, and then we've got the 10 of Wands, which makes a lot of sense. And the last tarot card we have is Mother of Cups in reverse. So with the 10 of Pentacles, I feel you had a hard life when you were a child, or when you were younger, or like kind of like your early teens, things like that. I feel like you're someone that likes to create like a little circle of who you let in. And you kind of deal with a lot of different people, but you're very selective at like who you really let in and who you actually allow to see your true colors. And that's not a bad thing. I'm just, you know, that's what's just coming through. That's what I'm feeling. And as I said, you know, I feel like this has to do something like from your past. So a lot of people have hurt you, and perhaps that has made you, you know, that hurt or your own life experiences got you to your life purpose, to this job, to where you need to go in life. So I feel like, you know, group number 2, whatever has kind of happened to you or happened around you that you were kind of able to learn from, I feel like you need to implement those things into your career, if that makes sense. So that's kind of like what I'm just feeling. That's the energy I'm getting. And then you have the 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands, I'm feeling, you know, you're carrying too many burdens. You're just holding on to so much from your own life, from other people. You're just carrying all these burdens. So you need to like let them go, because it's going to affect you emotionally and physically as well, unless you kind of do some kind of cleansing ritual, or like just cleansing all that dark energy. So you need to like let things go as well. Maybe you're someone that, you know, even like with possessions, you like to like collect things and you like to have a lot of different things, but you need to learn to start letting things go, you know, starting maybe from material things and then actually people, and then kind of going more into like your thoughts and like letting things go from your past, so you don't always dwell on the same thing. And then we have the Mother of Cups, so that would be the Queen of Cups in reverse. So your emotions are very heightened, you know, you're a very emotional and sensitive person, and that's a good thing as well, because I feel like, you know, it is who you are and it's helping you help other people. So don't hate that about yourself, embrace that. But I, you know, also feel that you need to, like, I don't know, have days where you just stay alone and you just process everything that you're doing. You know, I feel like you need a lot of alone time to, like, let things out, to just cleanse all that energy that you're dealing with on day-to-day basis. So kind of like have a day or like a few hours where you can just have a big good cry, okay? And that's gonna be very therapeutic, so don't be afraid of that. Then we have meditation and oneness. Okay, so with the meditation, you know, I've kind of just talked about that a little bit. You need to take time for yourself to meditate, to kind of just chill out, to just like put yourself first and like do things that are good for you. Have a nice hot bath, drink a nice hot tea. And I've just been drinking tea just before I did this reading. So just do like nice little things for yourself, and don't be afraid to do those things for yourself, or like buy yourself something nice. You know what I mean? Like treat yourself nice as well. And, you know, I feel, you know, with the meditation, you just need to, like, be still and, like, kind of observe your thinking, or, like, observe your, like, kind of, like, what you're doing. You need to stop every now and then and kind of figure out, like, why am I thinking about this right now? What triggered this? Why am I doing this right now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, question yourself and ask a lot of why questions, I feel. And then you have the oneness card. So, you know, as I said that earlier, you know, you need a lot of time alone to kind of like deal with things. But also, you know, being alone doesn't mean, you know, you're going to be feeling lonely, you know, and there's a big difference between having time alone to just be there for yourself and do something good for yourself, and like actually isolating yourself and being lonely and like not doing anything because you're just always alone, and kind of that kind of goes into self-sabotage. So find like a good balance between healthy alone time and like unhealthy alone time. You know what I mean? So like don't take it to extremes, you know what I mean? And as I said, you know, just before, the oneness card, you know, ask a lot of why questions. Why do I want to be alone right now? Why do I want to go help that person? You know, do I need to, you know, am I at home right now, so I need to put other people's issues on hold because I need to be there for myself? You know, I can deal with their issue tomorrow in the morning, but right now I'm gonna just focus on me. So I feel like that's what you need to do, that kind of self-talk. Then we have conscious connections, okay? Conscious connections. So I feel like everyone that's in your life, you know, in your personal life and in your work life as well, I feel that they are there for a reason, and like you're drawn to certain people with similar past than you. Okay, you kind of like attract people who can relate to you, you know, without telling them your own story. For example, people automatically know that you are a good person that can help them out, help them figure out a situation, you know, because they can just feel that you know what you're doing, and you know, they might almost even like feel like, yes, maybe she's been there as well, so it's okay for me to reach out to her and trust her, you know what I mean? So I feel like every person you have in your life has been brought to you for a reason, because you can help them. But then also, you know, be careful not to take it too far and just like be there for everyone else and forget about your own self. Then we have, what do you feel? Okay, what do you feel? You know, and as I said, you need to ask a lot of why questions, like, why am I doing this? I feel like there's a lot of, like, your life purpose is to kind of dig deep and figure out why you are the way you are. I feel like there's a lot of things that you've been blocking and putting on hold and, like, not really dealing with. So you need to, like, you know, journal every single night. And, like, you know, for example, when I journal, you know, I sometimes don't tell even my journal the whole truth because I'm scared to let some things out from my own life, you know, and I know like why I do certain things and why I behave certain ways, you know, and I'm dealing with, you know, everyone has their own little story, you know, things they've been through. And so like, I feel like you guys, you know, why do you feel this way? Why? And like, be honest. Like when you journal, be honest, you know, don't try to sugarcoat anything. Just say whatever you need to say and like let it out. Okay. And then I feel she feels, she knows. You know, you're someone that feels a lot, okay? Your feelings, we've had that with the Mother of Cups in reverse as well. You know, you feel a lot of emotions. And that can go to your advantage, but also disadvantage as well. So you have to be careful with that one. You know, and your feelings tell you things. You know, if she feels, she knows. Number 22, that card is. So I feel like, you know, trust your gut, even though like other people with the Justice card don't tell you the exact truth story, or they don't tell you all the details. And if you kind of think about a few details that you think may have happened to that person, but they don't tell you, trust your gut feeling, because your gut feeling is telling you signs that you need to know about, even if other person doesn't kind of tell you straightforward, or like doesn't you know, agree, or like doesn't you know, say yes, that is right, you're on the right track. You know, even if they don't give you that reassurance that yes, you are kind of thinking the same thing, like trust your gut feeling, and like trust that you know information, and like you just know because you feel so deeply, and you can feel kind of their energy as well. You know, I feel like you're a strong empath, like you just, you know, with other people, you're always there for other people, I feel, and like that's because of your own life experiences. And then you have the relationships card and psychic development. Okay, so relationships, you know, I feel like you need to, in this lifetime, you know, your life purpose is, and this is similar to the previous group, you know, life relationships. So like, you know, you need to be real with people, and real relationships are something that you're going to be attracting. But because of some stuff, you know, you're going to be scared to let those people in, so you're going to be automatically pushing them away. So, you know, I feel like you need to learn to let people in, and you need to learn that not everyone is going to hurt you, and not everyone is going to break up with you, and not everyone is going to stab you in the back and talk behind your back. Not everyone is like that. So kind of, you know, there's a lot of dealing with the past that you need to do, so you can attract these positive good things. And also relationship with yourself is the most important one that you'll have. And I do feel like you're someone that has spent a lot of time kind of alone, or needs to be alone to kind of feel safe and secure. So it can be hard for you to actually, you know, have relationships and let people like really close. And psychic development, that kind of goes with she feels, she knows. You know, you just kind of know things without people telling you. You just know a few things without even asking the question. Okay, and that's kind of telling us that, you know, your intuition is pretty strong and it's on point. So you need to trust it, and don't doubt yourself, and don't question it all the time. Okay, your psychic development, like, you know, there's still so much that you can learn if you want to kind of go into this kind of like psychic reading stuff, connecting to energies and reading auras, and dealing with, you know, spirits, earthbound spirits, and, you know, angelic spirits. If you want to like kind of get into that type of work, you know, there is so much that you can learn, and I'm still learning so much, because there's just, I don't think you ever stop learning about this stuff. But, you know, if that's the pathway you want to take as well, this is telling you that you have the natural gift to kind of build on those skills that you already have, those natural abilities, and you can, you know, advance to the next level if you choose to, and if you want to focus on that kind of healing as well, to help other people that way. So group number 2, that was your reading, and I hope that it resonates. And I am going to go and move on to group number 3, and I'll see you next time. Okay, lovelies who chose group number 3, so this is your pile with cards, and let's have a look what your life purpose is. Okay, you guys are creative. Wow. There's a lot of color in these cards on their own. There's a lot of creativity going on. So immediately I feel like your life purpose is to express yourself through creativity. So career-wise, okay, straight away we have author, okay? We have music. We have artist, and we have freedom. Okay, very strong message straight away. You guys don't like rules. You guys like your freedom. You like to express yourself in your own way when you feel like it, okay? You're kind of like a free-spirited person that just likes to do things their own little way, and you just don't want to be following strict rules. You like to express yourself, and you like to do your own little thing. You definitely can't handle, you know, a boss deadlines, and that this is kind of similar to the first pile as well, in a little way, but definitely a lot of creativity. So you have the author, so okay, writing story, writing things, expressing yourself that way. Then we've got music, okay, expressing yourself through music. This could also be, you know, dance, you know, because from music you can feel emotions and you can express yourself through movement, and you can actually be a musician yourself or a singer. Then we have artists, you know, drawing, painting, sculptures. So there's a lot of expression immediately in your life purpose reading, okay? And the freedom came at the end as well. So it's like you like your own little freedom, and you like to express yourself in your own way and do like your own little thing, okay? Then we have the Hermit card in reverse. Okay, so the Hermit card in reverse, this is telling you that there are opportunities out there. You don't have to hide. You can get out there. It's okay to get out there. You know, maybe you've just been doing this as a hobby, but I feel like your life purpose is, you know, use that, your hobbies, and get out there and turn it into a career. I feel like you need to step out of your comfort zone, step out of your shell, and really get out there, okay? That's what I'm feeling, because you're going to be successful, you know. If you're an artist, like, start selling things on Etsy. If you're, you know, writing poems, for example, or writing stories, you know, start putting it together and, like, plan, like, a book release. Or, you know, music, you know, try to, like, you know, really get out there and get your music out there. You know, I feel like you really need to express yourself, but not just for yourself, like, with the world, okay? That's what's coming out. And then you've got the Tower as well from the tarot card. So the Tower is saying, you know, like, leaving something because the foundations weren't kind of stable, and like leaving that to kind of start fresh. So I feel like if things have kind of gone wrong in your creative department, like, don't be too hard on yourself, and kind of like start fresh and like get back into it. Or if you put things on hold, like, start doing it again. And also, like, once again with the Tower, I feel, you know, about getting out there. You need to, like, leave your little tower. Like, you know, I'm imagining Rapunzel right now. It's like, I want to stay in my tower and just do things up here where no one can see me. No, you need to leave that tower. You need to go out there and you need to do it, you know. You need to, like, share your gift with the world. Okay, this is, like, really powerful. Like, the message is so clear with you guys, group number 3. And then we have Justice in reverse. Okay, Justice in reverse. So I feel like, you know, okay, a few things kind of jumped at me immediately as I looked at this card. I'm feeling like things are not black and white. You know, there is no such a thing as, you know, success is only when this happens, and, you know, maybe if that doesn't happen, I failed. Things are not black and white. There is the gray area, and I feel like you need to kind of aim for the gray area, because from the gray area it has potential to succeed, and that's gonna be like an extra bonus. But don't, like, put really hard and high expectations on yourself, because that's kind of like setting yourself up for failure. And even if you do accomplish something, you're like, well, that's not good enough, therefore I failed. Okay, so kind of like get rid of that thinking. And also Justice, you know, there's gonna be people who are gonna criticize, you know, because this came in reverse. There's gonna be people who are gonna be like, no, you can't make a living out of this, no, you can't do that, you need to do this, you need to do that. Don't listen to them, okay? Ignore those people, ignore the negative comments, ignore the negativity that people send your way. Just, like, send it back their way, you know, whatever they tell you, just send it back to them. It's not yours to keep, so don't listen to it, and, like, don't allow it to, like, get you down. Then we have Opportunity. Wow, okay, this is literally like a theater here, and there's, like, some dancers waiting to go outside. They're, like, looking through the curtain, ready to get up there onto the stage. And this pretty much resonates with everything I've been saying, you know. And it's crazy that this card kind of came through out of all the cards. It kind of, like, resonates with, like, the performing arts industry. You know, you need to get out there, you know, go on the stage, dance it out, perform it, you know, do it. You know, this is, you know, amazing. And, like, the word says opportunity. So You know, there are so many different opportunities, so many different ways you can take this. There is no right or wrong. And that's also, you know, going back to the justice card, there is no right or wrong way to do this. Just kind of start somewhere, okay? Start somewhere and see how it goes. And then you have emotional release, okay? So I feel like doing this type of work, doing all this creative stuff, you know, this performing arts, creativity, all these kind of things, you know, it's going to actually help you, you know, physically and mentally. It's gonna cleanse your soul. It's going to like do a lot of good work for you internally, okay? And that's kind of like your emotional release. You know, it's just who you are. You can't not do it. You can't just stop doing your hobbies or passion. You know, you can't do it because it's part of your coping mechanism. You know, if for example you feel music and you feel the need to dance and like release that energy and like dance maybe your feelings out, or like if you're, you know, an author, you put your, you know, into these characters all these emotions, and like, you know, what you need to release, you kind of release through them. You know what I mean? Like, so even like painting or like whatever form of art you're doing, you know, you're releasing your emotions in the process of that. So like it's kind of like who you are, it's part of you, so don't try to like suppress that. Then we have release the dark wound, let love live, okay? A lot of artists have been through a lot in their own lives, okay, that gets them to be drawn to creativity, to this creative industry, you could say, because, you know, even like actors and, you know, anyone like that, you know, they've been through things, so they kind of know emotions well, and they do things to like kind of like deal with it, you know, release their own demons in a way. You know, actors play all these different characters, and like, you know, for example, you know, playing a certain character helps them figure things out about their own life. You know what I mean? Or they can put themselves on hold for a little bit while they kind of like do this thing, and then when they kind of step out of that character, like they have more clarity about who they are. You know, and that's kind of like what I'm feeling with all this. Like, you know, it's for you to release your emotions as well, and like you need to release all these dark wounds, and the way to do that is through creativity, as it keeps coming up. And then we have every journey starts with a single step. Wow, and I was literally saying that earlier, you know, take small steps, do it at your own pace. There is no right or wrong. There is no, you know, you just need to start somewhere and get out there. You know, you just need to go and do it. Like, you know, part of your life's purpose is to like get out there and share all of this with the world. And, you know, take it one step at a time. Don't put like huge deadlines. Don't put like pressure on yourself. Okay, just kind of like take it at your own pace. You know, you see this woman here kind of like knowing what she needs to do, but she's like standing still. She's not walking and holding this suitcase of like all these things maybe that she's accomplished, that she's ready to share with the world, but she's taking it at her own pace. She's not shoving it in people's faces. Like, you know, she's holding the suitcase with her kind of like things that she accomplished, and she's like taking it slowly, like one step at a time. Then we have defend to the end the worthwhile. Okay, so no matter how hard this journey is going to be, how long it takes to get there, you will get there. Don't give up, don't lose hope. Just stay with it and keep going with it, okay? The end results will be worth it, okay? You're going to get there. So don't lose hope, don't lose courage, one step at a time. You just keep going at a slow pace, and you'll get there eventually. But you need to share all of this with the world. Then we've got self-mastery. Okay, so part of your life's purpose, group number 3, is, you know, self-mastery, like, you know, balancing all your chakras, about, you know, dealing with all these things that help you become a better person. You know, your throat chakra, I feel like you need to learn how to communicate better with other people. You need to have, you know, the heart that can forgive people who hurt you. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like your life journey is to like grow and do a lot of self-work as well. Like, and this creative stuff like is gonna help you figure out who you are, why you are the way you are, and it's going to help you kind of like learn so much about yourself, and this is all part of your life's purpose, like getting to know yourself better. And then the last card we have is flexibility. Okay, so be flexible, and this kind of goes with the freedom card that we had earlier. Freedom, flexibility, like, you need to kind of, I feel like you need to be your own boss. You need to be in charge of your own life, and you need to be flexible as well. If things don't go according to plan, things go wrong, just like be like, okay, that's okay. I'm gonna like do it a bit differently again. I'm gonna try again. But don't kind of be like, don't be black and white. Just be flexible, okay? Things are not like set in stone. Things can change. Even if things don't work out, they will work out. You just gotta keep going one step at a time. Okay, group number 3, so that was your life purpose reading, and I hope that it resonates, and I'll see you next time. Bye.